You can't make this stuff up, so there's a new report out that says that Apple is having demand management issues. In other words, they're selling way more iPhones than they can actually produce. And so they've had to resort to something called demand shaping, which basically means they're retelling their suppliers to just slow down production because they can't keep up with all the demand. This is a problem that Apple has actually had in the past, but it's normally not this bad. The worst that usually happens is that maybe some orders get delayed or some customers have to wait a few extra days for their phone to arrive. But this time it's different because apparently Apple is telling their suppliers to, quote, slow down production by 20%. That means that if you're an iPhone supplier and you were expecting to ship 100 iPhones to Apple this week, you now only have to ship 80. And you might be wondering, what's the big deal? Why don't they just ramp up production and ship more? Well, the problem is that Apple has other products that they need to make room for. They've got the Apple Watch, AirPods, iPads, MacBooks, and they all have to fit in the same supply chain. So if you're Apple right now, you have to decide, do we want to prioritize the iPhone 14 Pro Max even though it's selling really well? Or do we want to balance out the whole lineup and maybe let some of the other products sell a little bit better?